this conversation, remember I'm in studio with Segametsi Mafa, and we're talking about the SMME focusing on the fourth industrial revolution. I'm so excited about this conversation, Surgeon. Thank you so much for clarifying digitalization, and digital transformation. So now we're talking, you mentioned some of the things that people need to be aware of. You need to be safe when you're transacting. You need to protect your business idea. I want to talk about some of the things that an SMME needs to keep in mind, in a formal sector, any business person, when they're thinking about digitization or digitalization, and look at what it is that helps them stay afloat. What are some of the digital skills that they would need in order to, keep themselves afloat, or what are some of the skills they can use in order to help keep themselves afloat?
Yes, as a business owner, number one, you need to sell your business. So you need a bit of marketing. There is no way you can put a table outside at the mall and then you sit there and nobody sees you and you don't get worried. You should be worried that people don't come. So you generally need to market your business. Even if you employ people, you continually sell your business. You become a business relationship manager with everyone who passes by your business. Therefore, as a business owner, number one, you need to have a bit of marketing. You may employ, as you grow, marketing executives, but as a start, I have this business idea. I want to start a business. How do I make sure that people know about it? You are going to talk about it, number one. You are going to post it somewhere, number two, whether it's on a newspaper. But we do encourage as SMEs that please go online. You will reach even the majority of the clients that you never knew they existed. But then when you go online as well, learn how to market your business online, because it is not just putting the name out there. It is also growing your following. So you need to have understanding of social media marketing. If you don't know, please, you need to get the experts to help you. Never think you are an expert by just putting up and seeing 10 people following you and you saying, oh, I have people who are already following me. But you need to grow your business. Therefore, we encourage we encourage the entrepreneurs and all the other businesses actually to have social media marketing skills or digital marketing skills. That is the number one key selling skill that you need for any business. Traditionally, we know that we market through radios like GabzFM, we market through papers, newspapers, magazines, whatever platforms that are there. But in this era, you can't have a business that is not online. Even if you are selling sweets, on your page, you should be able to advertise. And when people interact with you, you should know how to respond, because the way you respond, somebody else is looking and they are saying, can I also join this business? Can I be part of them? Can I go buy from their shop? By the way you respond, people are looking. So you need to be able to know how to communicate. Communication skills are very, very key. We are very good sometimes at our technical skills. I'm an ICT professional. I may be good in some of the IT areas that I've worked for and done in the past. But you need to learn how to communicate, because you are now exposing yourself to so many different clients. Some of them don't understand your business, so be able to articulate it. Some of them want to do business like yours. Some of them want to understand how you started, because they are encouraged or inspired by what they see. So you should be able to harness the communication skills to be able to attract the right audience. I talked about digital marketing skills. I talked about communication skills. I think as a start, you need those. Then you need to also understand that you are in this area where you have so many people that you can't physically see. So you are really unsure. Therefore, you need to use one, your gut feel in terms of security. Number two, be able to also practice security practices. So we encourage that everyone must understand that cybersecurity is their responsibility. The minute I put my foot in this world, in this digital world, then I must also protect myself and protect whatever I put in there. Because if you don't protect, Cathy, if you are to go to Ramotswa, o bo sa tswa le gate ore ke mo gae hela ke mo ramotso ga o itse gore jarate ka hale who stays in there and what is their motive. So you need to be able to close the gate, lock the gate. So you are going into this space, yes, you would know Cathy le bo Segametsi, but you don't know many others. Therefore, it's important that you take note of security, of your data, of your information, and of yourself.
I'm actually going to want us to get a little bit into cybersecurity. I don't know if we'll have enough time today to properly break it down, but we'll do that in just a bit. But for now, let's talk a little bit about the digital footprint. Let's talk about some of the strategies that people employ in terms of, increasing that following. Like you said, it's not just about having that following. You want to always grow it. You want to increase it. And you mentioned digital marketing, which I think, like you said, in this day and age, honestly, social media is a huge help, but it can also be a huge risk. So in terms of weighing out the two, I will get into that with regards to cybersecurity. But let's talk digital footprint. How do we, what makes up our digital footprint? How can we tell? How can we grow it? What are some of the things that we need to be thinking about in order to implement the growth?
What you need to do to implement the growth is, number one, you've started being online, and keep your clients or those who are following you interested by sharing what you do. Either on a routine basis, you can pick, you are going to share once a week, you are going to share every day, you are going to share twice a week, but build that routine that will help your clients to look forward to your to your page or to your site. Because the more you share, the more it pops up in different faces of people. And as it pops out in their faces, they're able to like, they are there to comment. And as they comment and as they like, those who are their friends can see most of the time. And they will also be attracted to see what Segametsi likes in that page. And they will also come and see, and they may like and follow. So you don't just open a page and think, by God's grace, people will follow me. You have to actively put something in there that will also attract people to follow you. And most of us, most of the time, we get so busy with business so much that we forget that we put a footprint on digital media or social media platforms. And because we forget that aspect and we don't get following, we look at it after a month and we think, I'm still at 20. You are still at 20 because you are not actively building it. You need to build it. That's why I said earlier that you can build it on your own. You can build it through other people. So you need to build an ecosystem that will support you. You may even add people who are close to you as administrators to say, please continually post anything related to the type of business that I do. So you can actually have people who are supporting you. You don't need to always think money, because most of the time, boosting a page, boost the advert that I put up, or to do it. But you can actually talk to your other social beings and say, hey friend, I'm running this business, you know what and I want people to know what and all that, but because most of the time clients haven't post. So you can take you can have build people as support strength and push up, because that's what we do online. We push others up. Even if you post, ask people to share and like, ask people to follow. It doesn't hurt to say to people, please like my page, please follow my page, please share whatever I post, because that's how you increase your following. Otherwise, who will know about what you've posted?
So can I ask you to share your page so that people can like and share? So people can like and share your page. I believe Service Excellence does have a page, yeah?
Yes, we do have a page, Service Excellence BW, on LinkedIn and Facebook. You can follow us and like us and share what we post.
Nice. Okay. So, and by the way, a lot of the time when we talk business, and especially when we're talking to the SMME, I think too much of the time we think money, and especially especially within that space, money is quite tight, and I always believe when people think about supporting you or helping you, they also think money. But sometimes just sharing someone's post, it doesn't cost you anything, but it does help, especially with regards to getting their message out there in their marketing. So my name is Cathy Malejane. The public figure page on Facebook, like and share. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's about just share it. It doesn't cost you anything.
Just share. You already have the data. So just share, or you are on Wi-Fi somewhere. Please share. It doesn't hurt, but you are growing somebody,
All right, let's get now to cybersecurity, and depending on time, we'll see how we do. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to go all the way. I actually believe you said cybersecurity is your responsibility, and I think we need to take it from as an individual and as a business, because I think we tend to think, okay, this applies to the business, but this doesn't apply to me as an individual. And I keep saying to people, especially when I see people write location, check in, and I ask myself, why do you need to tell people where you are? So I feel like that, just before Rakakala, that for me is an individual responsibility. I will never, as much as I can help it, I will never post checking in such and such. Like, why do you need to do that? So people know you're not at home?
No, you know what? I think most of us are guilty of that one. You go to an event and you want to show that really I'm here, grandpa, it's and you post.
Yeah.
Some experts are saying post after the event. Don't post when you are there.
I often do
and
that.
Actually when the event is taking place.
Yeah.
Because like you are saying, the risks are many for us who are on social media platforms. The minute you post something, you are letting people that I'm thinking this way. Even the adverts are on. The minute I post it, you are already putting some thought around opinion. The minute I post anything, sometimes people post sports events, and the minute they put sports event, I can actually say, oh, this is a footballer. So we define you by what you post. Immediately you post that you are attending a Farmer's Day, and it's happening. I know you are not at home because you are showing me the pictures and everything. And if really I want to do something, I can actually go and do it. The other day I was also talking, I think, to some students, as you talked about my passion for giving education and awareness on digitalization. I was talking to the students at one of the high schools, and I was saying, so where cybersecurity comes into play, it also must happen at home. As a parent, sometimes you'll find that you are looking for a plumber because you go to the office. When you get to the office, you send a message on Facebook. I'm looking for a plumber. Anybody who knows a plumber, please share the numbers and everything. Somebody with malicious intent is going to see this post and immediately know 5. They will go to my house at 2 o'clock. They will find my kids and my auntie. And they will say, plumber. Remember, the kids know that when I at work, you posted on Facebook that you So if anybody comes to my house and say, I'm here to assist with the water, the kids are going to open the gate. And you don't want to know what will happen after that. But we are also saying, take responsibility as Mozadi to tell the kids, as much as the water is leaking, I'm going to be asking for help. But the minute I get somebody to come and assist us, I will alert you at home. Or you are going to open for Auntie so-and-so or Uncle so-and-so, who is a plumber. So that when somebody gets to the gate, the kids are aware and they ask, who are you? And they get to hear the name and they are sure that this is the person that our mother sent. Because otherwise, if you're going to post about a plumber, 10 people are going to knock at your house on that very day. Because they are looking at an opportunity. So we expose ourselves by so many ways and in so many regards. But we are also saying, let us be cautious. As much as social media, we can use it for entertainment and for sharing all our life stories, but it is important that we protect it. We usually say data is your story. Whatever data you plug out there.
You know, on another note, I can't remember which shop I was at, and I was told, oh, do you want a customer rewards card? And I was like, what do I get out of it? He said, oh, you know, once in a while you get some money back for free. You know, it's for free. I'm like, it's not for free. You're mining my data, and what you're doing is picking up my spending habits, and then tomorrow you're actually able to sell that to marketers. I remember doing this a very long time ago when I was in university, and I was a telemarketer, and we knew the numbers based on some of these figures. What is happening 20 years later? You know.
See?
But let's move on. And I think when you talk cybersecurity, like you're saying, one of the first things we need to do is be very mindful about what you're posting. I want to get to the business one, but just very quickly, this one on individuals, because I've always seen this and just had so many questions. Maybe because I don't have a child. I see people posting photos of their children, and I'm thinking, why do you need to post your children? Weigh in on that one. What is your take on it?
I don't know. Like I said, it depends. One, on the event and the motive and the type of pictures that you post for your kids or for your family. I mean, it goes all the way to the family.
Yeah.
Some of us love posting for people just to appreciate and acknowledge that I'm living a life. Sometimes you are just showing people where you are because you believe that, you know, your friends must celebrate with you or must cry with you if it's a sad moment. So sometimes you are trying to share with the majority that you could not have reached by voice or by SMS. So you want them to know and see and partake in celebrating that your child has actually passed their standard 7 with good grades and all that. So it depends on personal taste, I would say. But always we are saying, be mindful of the footprint that you are putting on social media. Because even if you are trying to do it with good intentions, somebody out there is always looking. There is somebody who always wants to mine this data and use it. They may track your child or post on a very uniform or my child now goes to school 1, 2, 3 and she's doing Form 1. I'm happy to have her there. We do that January. Almost all the parents are posting their kids in uniforms for the different schools. And we don't know how we are exposing them to those people who are child traffickers, to those incidents where kids are stolen at schools, or somebody goes to the school and say, your mom says I should come and pick you. So as much as we do that, that's why I gave an example of a plumber. As much as I post my kids, I must also have cybersecurity talks with them at home. So that's why we are also saying cybersecurity is your own responsibility. If I'm going to post, then I must also teach my kids. We must have a discussion around the table to say, you know, my kids already know the minute I take the phone, it's a snap. But oh God, it's going to be on WhatsApp status. I mean, they know. Malejane, I try and minimize that. But by it's a lot. Like, you know, I love this book. It's a phone. It's going to be on my WhatsApp status. And then I do have cybersecurity talks with them. You don't get picked even by your uncle or your auntie or somebody that you know is my friend. If I'm held up somewhere, I would rather call the school admin and say, please pass the message to my daughter in class 1, 2, 3, for I won't be able to pick them, but I will send somebody by the name of so and so. Because you might find that somebody may go earlier than me. Not my daughter, but I've come to pick you. So we need to be alert, and we need to have these discussions with our kids because they are very innocent. And that's why we even started the digital awareness as part of character building at high schools, to just say to the kids, be aware and be alert. Kids are very innocent, and they look at social media as if, you know what, it's a dream world. And anything that happens there is good, but it is not. And therefore, we need to always be safe and thinking safety and security.
Okay. +267 3956 962. That is the WhatsApp number. I want to just get into a few more of the cybersecurity tips for business and then we are totally going to run out of time. But Serge, I'd like you back in studio, and I'd like us to actually really get into cybersecurity, because I think we're just sort of touching on top. I don't think we're really getting deep into it, because there's quite a lot when we talk security, cybersecurity. And once again, I'm going to go back to my informal sector, my SMME. You've said, use this online platform, the social media platforms. I'm using them, I'm boosting maybe, so my details are online, right? Because I'm using my, say, credit card, debit card to boost my things. So, that's some sort of exposure. And also the type of things that I'm posting, the things that I'm sharing and posting. What are some of the things we need to be aware in that instance when my details are on social media, my card, my bank card, or my credit card details, and also with regards to the type of things that I'm sharing. You've given the example, what to be careful about ABC. Give us a few more tips.
When you talk about especially buying online, I would call it buying online. Because if I'm going to add my credit card or debit card details maybe to a Facebook page, because I want to boost an advert that I have posted there, number one, make sure that always you do not share your PIN. No social site will ask you for your PIN, even if you put in your bank card number. So check the authenticity of the page you are also writing.
How do you check authenticity of a page?
Authenticity of a page comes in so many ways, and I think it's another topic for another day.
Yeah.
But for instance, if I'm going to buy online, there are certain organizations that are credible, but we do not desist from thinking somebody somewhere might go into this site and try and mimic it as theirs. The page, for instance, they will have HTTP, be mindful of an HTTP